What's going on, everybody? As you can see, title belt here, Smackdown shirt, meaning only one thing. It's the Friday Night Smackdown review. And this episode was free, other than the bloodline stuff, and especially with The Rock. If you have not seen my reaction video to The Rock and what he had to say to both Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, go check it out on my channel and the Wrestling Pit podcast channel. But that's pretty. The Rock had it set up for this, and other than the bloodline stuff, this was really a really forgettable episode. Like, you really didn't need to go out your way to do anything but to see the bloodline part, thanks to The Rock. But I'm gonna get to that because that is they did a recap of Elimination Chamber, of course. But that is our first segment of the night, which is the bloodline promo. And pretty much the promo itself was of Roman Reigns coming out, basically asking the crowd of Arizona to acknowledge them or acknowledge him, and that was pretty, because they wouldn't acknowledge him the way he wanted. He pretty much said that was it. Cause he gave him, like, he did it like 3 times, and he told them like the 3rd time was the last time they was gonna do it because they don't get it right, that he was leaving and that he fulfilled his obligation, and then he did it. Then they still didn't acknowledge him the way he wanted to, so he was like, "Yep, that's it, we leaving." He told Paul Heyman that we fulfilled the obligation, we showed up. He told them to fire up the jet because they was getting ready to leave, but Paul Heyman stopped him and told him that they couldn't leave because The Rock was coming out and that they have to wait. And that he also said that The Rock was coming out after this commercial break. Come back for commercial break. The Rock comes out and basically torches the crowd. He called because he did like a statistic and said that that Arizona was like the biggest place for coke heads and crackheads. So he called him a bunch of coke and crackheads throughout the promo, and ran down Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins again, just like he did in his video. But this time, they set up, which was rumored for a long time, for night 1. And The Rock did eventually get to that. His main point of this promo was that he's challenging Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, because he denied the Cody Rhodes one-on-one match against him. He said, "No, you're not going to get to go one-on-one with the Great One. But instead, we got a counter proposal. Instead of going one-on-one with me, you go 2-on-2 with you and Seth Rollins versus me and Roman. But there's some caveats. So, if Cody and Seth manage to beat Roman Reigns and The Rock, then Cody Rhodes' match on night 2 will be bloodline free. They're barred from WrestleMania. No Solo Sikoa, no Rock, no Jimmy, no Paul Heyman, no nobody. Just Cody and Roman one-on-one. That's it. Nobody. He said they'll have the lawyer. He said we could call the lawyers, we could work up the papers, we could get it signed, and that would be it. But, and he said there's always a but with these things. He said, but if we win, then your match with Roman Reigns is bloodline rules, meaning it's a no DQ match where the bloodline is gonna be there front and center. He said somebody could be the special, one of them will be the special guest referee. Paul Heyman is gonna be there. He's a Solo Sikoa will be there singing the national anthem, and he got a Solo Sikoa chant out of that. But yeah, he said he was gonna be there on commentary, sitting in the chair. And then he might actually pick that chair up and bash Cody Rhodes' head in and cause him the match. And remember, we already from that video he posted, he already threatened to screw Cody Rhodes over too. So, I mean Seth Rollins, not Cody Rhodes. But yeah, so that was it. If they accept, he said, or they don't have to accept the match, and that if they don't accept it, then he'll prove to the world that they nothing but some cowards and scaredy cats. But he basically said it's either if you accept it and you face us and win, no bloodline. But if you face us and lose, bloodlines all over this match. And but there's more. So as Rock is getting ready to close out the promo, right, doing his he had to shoot in the crackhead and cocaine line one more time at the crowd, and then he was about to do the if you smell, but then Roman Reigns said he stops him and said I love my family, I'll do anything for my family, and he asked the Rock to acknowledge him, and the Rock looks at Roman, and the Rock says, "This is my blood, this is my family." And just like Roman, I'll do anything for my family. And he acknowledges Roman Reigns as the tribal chief. What? What? The Rock just acknowledged, and he said it, I acknowledge you, Roman Reigns, as my tribal chief. I'm like, oh my God. And they ended it with the Rock said, if you smell, and then he stopped and handed the mic to Roman, and Roman finished by saying, with the bloodline is cooking, and they hold their ones in the air. And that's your segment. Pretty much everything from here was basically a miss. Really a miss. So, and then we got the first match of the night, which is Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi. And that was a quick little match, fun little match between them, like built off of the fact that Tiffany Stratton eliminated Naomi, was the one to eliminate Naomi from the Elimination Chamber match. This was a fun little match, nothing too special here. I ain't like that not Tiffany, but Naomi couldn't get no crowd reaction. I'm like, oh man, they need to do something with Naomi, because Naomi cannot be just sitting there again that much. Like most of the crowd was all for Tiffany and just a little bit for Naomi, to where and that was a lot. I mean, just a little bit for Naomi, and it was just like, oh God, please, not that Naomi deserves better than that. But yeah, Tiffany Stratton would get the victory here, and that would be it. So then we move on to Bayley, and they did like a promo showing how we got here, and this match pretty much was a one-sided match. It was a tag team match with Dakota Kai and Bayley versus the Kabuki Warriors, and for the most part it was Bayley going up against Asuka, and even Kairi Sane getting worked over and stuff, and they built up to the hot tag, and the Kabuki Warriors at one point Bayley was getting ready to go for the tag, but they Irish ripped Bayley into Dakota, knocking her off their apron. And they even talked about how she just got back from her nasty knee injury 9 months ago. So it was okay then, but Dakota finally got back on the apron. Bayley just had fought back, got the opening. She went to go tag Dakota, and Dakota drops from the apron, revealing that she's also revealing that she's always been on the side of the Kabuki Warriors, at least for now anyway. From there, she just tried. She takes out Asuka and Kairi for a minute, and then she goes to attack Dakota, but then she gets the upper hand, and pretty much they just beat up Bayley, and even Io gets involved, and pretty much there was no winner of this match, because I guess the match was thrown out when Dakota basically portrayed Bayley. So yeah, no winner. They just beat up Bayley to stand tall. Afterwards, there was they was all backstage, they was walking backstage, both Dakota, Io, and the Kabuki Warriors. They was all celebrating, and they were bumping to Jade Cargill, who was staring all of them down. But I was about to say Adam Pearce, but Nick Aldis, he came and broke it up, telling Dakota and them that he would deal with them later, but asking Jay to come with him to his office. We'll get a match with Braun Breaker versus X-John Quinn from NXT, and pretty much it was a spear and 1, 2, 3. That's the match. Spear 1, 2, 3. I'm like, okay. Y'all didn't have nothing for nobody to do, did y'all? You just, I'm already to the almost, there was and that was it. Braun Breaker won the match. There was a backstage promo with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller laughing at the Elimination Chamber events, and they was watching on his phone. They was laughing at Randy Orton, and Randy Orton got mad. But he did it where he played along with them laughing at him and how he got screwed at the Elimination Chamber. And he said, you know what? Why don't we I'm gonna do something funny. I'm gonna try to rip one of you guys' head off because it's gonna be so hilarious. And I'm gonna give y'all the chance to pick which one of y'all it is. And Grayson Waller immediately throws Austin Theory underneath the bus and says great. Austin Theory would do it and face him in the main event. And he said great. The most important thing here is Austin Theory basically uh, got mad because he said first it was at Elimination Chamber and now this you keep throwing me under the bus and you know so they arguing and bickering. He said why you mad at me? I just got you a main event match with Randy Orton, and that really was the main event too. But yeah, then we get to a street fight match, which is Carlito versus Santo Escobar, and this match was okay. It was okay. Um, it wasn't as good as the street fight match that was just with New Day and Imperium, but it was okay. I don't know. It just didn't feel as good. It didn't feel like they put they all into it, and then it was just clunky and it was just like slow and it just didn't feel like a actual street fight match. I mean, it had weapons. They used a trash can and some chairs, and somebody went through the table. But other than that, it was okay. Uh, Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo would get involved, which would bring out Cruz and the rest. I forgot the other guy's name, but they would both come out to even the odds. Uh, and just when it looked like Santos was going to get the upper hand again over Carlito, Rey Mysterio would come out this time distracting with the crutches, and he was He was saying Angel Garza and Humberto to go after Rey Mysterio, and Rey Mysterio revealed that he was faking needing the crutch, and that he was 100% better, and he beat them with the crutch, and then got in Santos' face. And this distraction allowed for Santos to get an apple spit in his face, and 619 and powerbomb through the table, and Carlito wins the match. They really they really shouldn't have changed Carlito's match, and this match finally the LWO or at least Carlito get a victory, but they really shouldn't have changed Carlito's music because I'm really not feeling his music. And this match was, like I said, it was okay. So for it to be a street fight, it should be way better than okay, but it was just okay. Um, then we got the main event, which is Randy Orton and Austin Theory, and this match was okay. This was built on that. Logan Paul would be on SmackDown next week, and as you notice, I never said no Cody, right? Cody did not show up at all, and he was supposed to be on this show. I thought Cody was supposed to be on this episode of SmackDown, and I think they said Cody did respond to The Rock. I think one of my friends told me that he responded and just basically said that he didn't watch The Rock's video that he posted. But anyway, yeah, this match was good because it's Randy Orton and Austin Theory did their thing. They hit. Besides that, that slip where Austin Theory, um, Randy Orton was trying to do the superplex off of the top of the turnbuckles, but he slipped and he still managed to do a suplex off of it. It goes to show how quickly these guys could change once something happened like that. But otherwise, the match was good. I mean, they had the usual Austin Theory spots. Austin Theory did get some good offense. It wasn't all Randy Orton, but Randy Orton had some offense. Austin Theory got some surprisingly good offense in. I like the fact that Austin Theory took Randy Orton's signature. You know how Randy Orton just dumped somebody on the ring on the announcer's table. I like that the first time Randy Orton went for it, that Austin Theory reversed it and did it to Randy Orton. But then Randy Orton would get payback later and do it to Austin Theory, and he would do it to Grayson Waller for interfering and take Grayson Waller out. and from there, it was a test buzz match between the two, where Austin Theory going for his little rolling thunder or whatever type move, but would get caught in midair by Ray Orton for the RKO. But Austin Theory for the RKO and pin 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton is a winner. But after the match, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller tried to beat up on Randy Orton, but Kevin Owens, I forgot to mention, who was at ringside on the announcer table, was doing special commentary for the match. He would get involved and help Randy Orton fend off both Grayson Waller and Austin Theory by hitting Austin Theory with a stunner and causing Grayson Waller to get hit with an RKO for them to end the show. I forgot to mention that because I forgot Kevin Owens was great on commentary. But yeah, this was a lackluster show. This was really lackluster. Other than the bloodline stuff, that's why I feel they should have ended the show with the bloodline instead of starting the show with it, because nothing really followed after that. Nothing really was good after that. This episode, I would say, if not for the bloodline, everything else you didn't really need to see. I mean, LA Knight was backstage searching for AJ Styles all day, but to find out that AJ Styles wasn't there. But other than that, yeah, this was hit and miss. It really didn't even go out your way other than the bloodline promo. But I'm going to give this episode of Smackdown, it just because of the Rock's promo from the beginning of the show. This was going to get a 5, but I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Yeah, 6 out of 10 big ups. That's pretty much it. And if you're enjoying my review, you know what to do. You hit this button right here for all of my WWE reviews. And if you enjoy the video so much you want to support the channel, you know, do hit those buttons because we do grow slowly but surely. And to my tribe members, welcome to the tribe and thanks for subscribing. And as always, hitting one of these videos for more of my amazing content, but don't go anywhere because I got some reactions and gameplay for you guys. So, peace.